All right, happy Friday, everybody. You are watching SpeedGaming Live 2020. Just to let you all know, there has been a slight schedule shift. Last and Committed's Goonies 2 run will be pushed back by one run so we can take care of those audio issues. Instead, you are going to be regaled with the glorious honking because this is Untitled Goose Game with Tasselfoot. Let's go.
Hello, how's it going, guys? Apologies then for if you were looking for some Goonies action. We're gonna have some zany Goose instead, and then you will be able to get your regularly scheduled programming right afterwards. I am Tasselfoot. This is Untitled Goose Game. We're gonna be doing 100%. We might as well just get started with this. We can count it down, and we will start the timer and start the run on the honk. Count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, honk. So yeah, so this is 100%. 100% means that we are going to do everything there is to do in the game. We're going to do all of the main tasks, all of the hidden tasks, all of the speed tasks, and a little something extra at the end. One thing you should know about Goose Game is that barriers are suggestions. We just did a full gate clip there with that boot. We're going to do some other clips and whatnot later on in the run as well, but most of this stuff is going to be done as intended. This is Groundskeeper Willie here. He is our first area antagonist. This is the garden. Goose Game has 4 areas. There's the garden, there's High Street, there's Back Garden, and there is the pub. There's also the model village, but that's not really an area. There's no NPCs. There's the tasks are kind of just gimmies. But so each of the 4 main areas, there are a list of main tasks. You have to complete all of those except for 1 in order to move on to the next area. That's any percent. However, this is 100%, so we have to do all of them. If you complete all of those main tasks for an area in under 7 minutes, then you are awarded a speed task. We have to do all 4 of the speed tasks. There are also 15 hidden tasks. Those unlock for you to see and know that they exist after you drop the bell, which is beating the game. However, you can earn them at any point, even if you haven't unlocked them. That is 1 right there. Lock the groundskeeper out, so 14 more to go. The longest thing to do in each area is the gather task, and the longest of the gather tasks is here in the garden, and that is doing our picnic. We had to do all of those items out there, the radio, the apple, 2 sandwich halves, the basket. We also have to get a pumpkin, because who doesn't want to have a pumpkin on their picnic? We need the jam, we need a thermos, and a carrot. Yeah, I think that is everything. What is our main man here doing? Oh, that is not good. Shit. Well, that's not good. That is not what we want him doing at all. That's terrible RNG. This game does have a lot of RNG in it. There's basically nothing I could have done there. That was just really terrible. Absolute, like, pretty much worst case RNG that we could have asked for. It's going to completely mess up the rest of our movement here in the garden, which is, like, pretty scripted, but we're now not going to be able to do it. I'm going to be cautious, and there we go, wait for him to see that. We do want him to still see that this stuff is missing. We're taking the pumpkin. We're also taking this cabbage. The cabbage is the devil's lettuce, in case you didn't know that. The cabbage is made up of a sphere and a cube, so it basically just has a mind of its own. No, don't go in the water! Ah, shit. We don't want the cabbage to go in the water. That is ill-advised. Nobody likes wet cabbage. Gonna see if I can save this somehow up. Mostly the reeds get in the way. This is, yeah, this is Goose Game for you. This is 100%. This is how things normally go. I'm gonna try to, there we go, we got it out. We need to get a cabbage on it because this is one of our hidden tasks. Probably the most annoying of the hidden tasks, so thankfully we get to do it early. Also, we're gonna call that a strategy because guaranteed Willie has seen that everything's missing. He has, so now we can come over here. We need him to play with it and replant his tulip. Also need to remember that that spade is on the left side. That's not normally where it is. We're going to steal his hat. Another thing, because that is a main task, to get him to put on the sun hat that's over here. And we're going to steal the rake in the lake. But we are not actually going to go and put the rake in the lake quite yet. We're gonna just drop it right there, grab that last carrot that we need so that we can do our full picnic over here. Drop it. Hey, there we go. So we've completed the any percent. So when you do that any percent, which is all tasks -1, and the rake is going to be the final one right here that we're going to do to get that speed task and clear all the main tasks, it unlocks a final task. And the final task is what you need to trigger in order to get and have access to the next area. I forgot that this was over here. So I'm going to miss the cycle. We're just going to have to redo that. It's not normally where the spade is. Spade is normally over here. So just need him to redo this for us so that he can hammer his thumb. And that will mean that he's going to fall on his butt, and he will open the area to High Street. Positively awful garden and start, but that is how 100% goes. This category is very reset heavy, especially early on. And so we're going to do some fun stuff here. And I mentioned before that there is a 7-minute timer. We still easily were under that 7-minute timer, so you can see we completed them all before the church bell rings. That church bell rings at 7 minutes. We're going to complete a couple of hidden tasks here, and then we are going to reset the game, and that will reset the church bells. So we're going to get someone from outside of High Street to buy back their item, which is actually going to trigger both a main and a hidden task. We're also going to ding those scales, and boy, please stop running. Boy. That way, thank you. We are going to trip the boy into the puddle. That is 3 hidden tasks that we're going to get done. 1, 2, 3 should be good enough for that purchase to go. Yep, I heard it trigger there. All right, and so we reset. So even though we triggered a main task in High Street of having someone buy back one of their items, which we did by having Gardenskeeper Willie buy back his spade, when you reset, it resets the speed achievement, the speed tasks. So we are going to still have to have the boy buy back again. So we're going to have to trigger this one twice because we reset. I don't like that toy plane didn't land on the shelf. It means that we're reliant here on the shopkeeper to actually place it back. And she doesn't usually do what I want her to do. Oh, I did not want her to see that. Oh, we're trying to get the swag. Turn around. All right, cool. So we're fine. This umbrella here, this is also a hidden task. We're getting caught on geometry. We're caught so hard on geometry. Not good. Not good. Not good. All right, so we got that, but we didn't get the main task that we needed here. All because the umbrella got caught on geometry there on the corner. And then we also had to wait because of the shopkeeper seeing us, so it wound. Oh, good God. This run is having problems, but hopefully it is entertaining for you. That is what we go for with Goose Game. If we cannot be fast, we try to be entertaining. Why did she steal those back, man? Okay, cool. All right, we need shoelaces. Getting the boys shoelaces when they're okay. That can be actually surprisingly difficult when you haven't scared him. For whatever reason, you go to get his shoelaces and you just kind of bounce off. Instead, all right, so we have triggered all -1 tasks here. And we do trigger that because of Willie having bought back. So it does count for the main, it just doesn't count for the speed. And so we take advantage of that to hopefully get the shopkeeper to open the garage here, because that is very important that she did. It's going to be some big time loss if she doesn't. But however, this overall, this and the next area is some serious monka-ass moments that are going on here. And why is that? Because we're going to try to do both areas within one 7-minute cycle. And if I do screw that up, it is pretty bad. And so the fact that this High Street didn't start out great, it's going to mean that we're going to need a pretty good back garden in order to pull this off. But I believe, chat, I believe that it is going to happen. And even if it doesn't happen, I budget that into the estimate as a worst case scenario, so we will be underestimate, even if this is the worst run that has ever happened in the history of runs. Which theoretically it could be. That is how this is going. But we're just going to finish up our gather task. Be like Goose, only take 1 roll of toilet paper, aka the loo paper, and we are finished with our high street. And we lost a bunch of time. So, alright, we have about 30 seconds to spare going into back garden. So we still have, you know, a bit of a cushion here. We should be okay. I mean, we had one bad area. We actually had 2 bad areas. What are the chances, chat, that we have 3 bad areas in a row? I'm going to say it's pretty low. I'm going to say that this is going to be a good back garden, and we'll be safely under the bell on the 2 reset hundo. Look at that. We even got good RNG here. Sort of. Maybe not. Alright, so these are Roger and Tina. They are the tidy neighbor and the messy neighbor, respectively. Roger is the tidy neighbor. Tina is the messy neighbor. We'll see that when we get to her side. We go and hide the newspaper, not because we actually need to do that for any reason, but just because the newspaper is a really slow cycle, and so having him never be on newspaper cycle helps him be on T-cycle more, and we have 2 different tasks that we need on T-cycle. We also clip that hat through the fence because, as I mentioned before, walls are suggestions in this game. Tina! So yeah, you can rub up against the NPCs, and then they start dancing with you, and now she's going around to the other side as a result. So thank you, Tina. Very much. But we have dressed up the bust. That is one of our tasks. We are going to hide the duck statue. It is 100% a duck statue, even though I don't like it. I want it to be a goose statue, but we looked in the game's code, and it is 100% a duck statue. In the meantime, we are going to remove the duck statue. We are going to impersonate... No. No way. I didn't hide that enough? Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I might as well reset now. It's not gonna happen. That never happens. I apparently didn't hide the duck statue far enough for her not to see it, which, yeah, never happens. So we have to do the backup, the 3 reset route, which I don't like doing because it's just a lot slower. And we have to do 2 clips of the items here. And the pipe is a lot harder to clip than the hat. The hat's really easy to clip. Okay, we still got it. There we go. That actually went well as a backup. Roger can chase you down here, so we manipulate his position around that table to make sure that he doesn't come down here. He also can steal these items back through the fence if you don't clip them through enough, which is a fun thing that can happen, but thankfully I did a good job on my clips and didn't have to worry about it. I'm gonna wait for her to grab both of those and then give her, because otherwise she picks up all 3 items and drops them before then going back to placing them all on there. I don't know why she does that, but, you know, she has a short attention span, and I guess she just sees shiny things. So there we go. We have hidden the duck statue properly this time, apparently, and we are going to become the prettiest goose that has ever happened. And there we go. We are making the cycle. A little bit to spare. I could have probably pulled the shelf out before dinging the bell and making him spit out his tea, but I am now very much in caution mode for this run because, you know, what can go wrong has gone wrong so far, and, you know, I would like to be able to finish this in a moderately respectable time. We're gonna, there we go, peck at the squirrel statue, and hopefully we can finish this back garden without any more issues. We're going to steal the bra, save the titties. We are going to steal both socks, and our gather task here in the back garden is to do the laundry, for which we need 1 slipper, the soap, both socks, and the bra. There is a very tight cycle that we are going to try to hit. We are not going to hit it because Tina did not cooperate, but we should be able to do a backup. We'll see if we can do a little backup here. Yep, there we go. So we just wanted to stall her slightly because I didn't stall her enough earlier, and she was going to clip the squirrel bush without getting the prized rose, which is the final task. We still have one last thing to do. We have this vase. If you played this game casually, you probably stole it and gave it to Roger, and had Roger go and throw it over onto Tina's side. but that causes like a whole bunch of extra problems. That causes Tina to like have a long dialogue. It's a pain in the ass. So instead, we go and have it getting broke out the house on our way to pub. Sadly, you cannot clip through that fence early. There's a giant invisible barrier. So that one, that fence, not just a suggestion. It is a rule. So we'll be able to reset as soon as we hear the music. And sadly, this is a 3 reset run. But we are in the final area of main game. This is the pub. Because of the way in the cycles on the reset, we have to wait for Box Girl, who's in the white there, coming out. We have to wait for her no matter what, so we're going to steal her box and set it up for later. Since we have no more resets, none of the items are going to, oh my god, are going to go back to their normal positioning. This is Vinny. The pub has 6 NPCs. It is just full of life, and we have to go and avoid them all. Pub lady, excuse me. So we actually want her to aggro on us here because we're going to lure her out. Because we have to get this pint glass into the canal, and then we're going to do some more stuff up in her domain, and she can be super aggro. She's basically like 1 part Terminator, 1 part linebacker. Wow, I didn't get the boost. Didn't get the butt assist there from her. Very rude. Cool. Vinny's back. Love that. So he's going to be in our way. Cool. Thank you, Vinny. Please fall. Thank you. Oh my. So yeah, so we have to do the first part of the gather task up here. We also have to get this toy boat. We get the toy boat for not just a main task, but for a hidden task as well. And so we're setting the table. That is our gather task here. So we need 4 items, the knife, the fork, the pepper shaker, the candlestick. We also need a plate, but there is a plate conveniently located in the back of the pub already. And so we have to get them all onto the table. The table is in the back of the pub with a nice Italian tablecloth already on it. And so we need this because we have to drop the toy boat in the canal also. Alright. And we have to do 2 things with Old Man. Alright, I'm going to be a little risky here because, you know, this run has been going so well. Why not be a little bit risky? And by grabbing that plate, hoping that we still make it back in time for darts. We did! We made it back in time just barely for darts. That was way too close for comfort. I totally should not have grabbed that plate, but it worked. So I honked there to lure Pub Lady down because I'm going to finish setting the table, and that's going to be 1 item that's remaining, and that's dealing with Old Man. And so by having her already here, that means she's going to do her part of the final task. No, oh my goodness. Cool. So Old Man finished his cycle. Okay, so we're gonna do more backup stuff. Please stop stretching and yawning on the job there, Vinny. I need your help, buddy. Pub Lady, please get out of the way. Alright, we're gonna drop, like, 3 tomatoes here. Just to be safe, because I still need stuff to do with Old Man. Oh, alright, please make that. Thank you. Alright, so we've cleared our main tasks except for the final. We stole his hat because that is a hidden task to steal his hat, but we're also going to use it for another hidden task in post-game. There we go. We dropped the bucket on his head. Oh my, this is a run. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we are finally just about done with main game. And when all is said and done and we get our prized bell, which is what we're doing all of the shenanigans for. Wow! Okay, nope, just more things going wrong. I went too early. Where are you going, buddy? Where is he going? Can you... So I went too early. He didn't actually open the dumpster here. We need him to open the dumpster. I was like, oh, I don't know, a quarter of a second early. There we go. And yeah, I put that plate there on purpose so that it would distract him. Don't need to, but it does make things easier. I swear I've played this game before. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am a trained Goose professional. This is little Timmy. Alright, yep. And so yeah, normally you would like peck a bunch. Timmy, please. Instead, we're just gonna climb the side. Wow. We're gonna climb the side, maybe. All right, and grab the bell. Sure, that is. Yep, this is how this run's going. And we got one more trick up our sleeve here in main game. Normally, you would do an entire bell return back through the 4 areas that we just beat, but as I've mentioned, walls are suggestions, and nope, didn't clip through enough. Game. Alright, at some point, I should be able to... Wow, I clipped on the wrong side. Yep. This is... Wow, we're over 20 minutes. This is fantastic. There we go. We clipped through. I'm actually going to go and I'm going to say that SGLIVE is cursed, because the last year I was at SGLIVE, I had the honor and privilege to run Greece and meet a whole bunch of amazing people in Virginia last year in person, and it was by far the worst marathon run I've ever had of that game. So, you know, to do that with Goose now here on the online version makes sense. If there are anything to shout out from the SG side, any donations, now is a great time.
All right. Well, actually, I thought this would be a pretty good time to talk about a couple of the things we got coming up later today that y'all can put your donation dollars toward. Because later on this evening, we do have Resident Evil 7 going on. But we also have a DLC bonus run, Not a Hero, that we can unlock. And I don't know about you all, but a little bit more SGL in my life is never a bad thing. And that's $50 away from being met. And on top of that, so far we have been doing real great, everybody. We are currently at 673.50, and I have it on good authority that Ghost said for his Super Mario World run later tonight, if we hit 700 before then, he will wear a big sombrero during his run. And let's be fair, we all want that.
For sure. So this is post-game. Post-game basically means I get to do more things terribly. So, you know, stay tuned for that, everybody. So we have 6 hidden tasks remaining. The one that takes a long time is what we're starting on right now, which is to gather the 5 flowers. Each of the 4 areas plus the model village has a flower hidden. Some are hidden more than others. And we have to bring all 5 of those flowers to this central basket. And so that's the one. That's the chrysanthemum. We're going to grab the tulip, which we did use earlier. And we're going to grab that. We're going to grab the lily. We're going to grab the rose. And we're going to grab the daisy. The 3 of those we did actually utilize in the main portion of the run. But the lily and the chrysanthemum, we did not. We have 5 other hidden tasks we're going to do. We have to score a goal with the soccer ball. We have to get thrown over the fence. We have to catch an item thrown over the fence. We have to dress up the bust with items from outside of High Street. Is that 5? Maybe it's 5. I don't know. Counting is a thing that, you know, we may or may not actually have to do. There we go. That is as political as I am going to be. So we steal his glasses there for later. Not for right now, but this is the lily. Probably didn't notice that that was there, but it is. Say hello to the sweet, sweet goose booty right here. We get that nice close up on the goose booty. Ooh, yeah. So that's 3 of the 5 flowers. We're going to get the last 2 in another few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to make a little bit of a detour. we are going to head to back gardens for the first time. Oh, I know what I missed, because I did not get all of them. We have to perform while wearing the ribbon. So we couldn't do that in main game 1 because we had to reset, but 2, because when you're wearing the ribbon and you exit normally out through that side yard, the ribbon is plucked from you automatically by one of the bushes there. Cannot avoid it. So you have to do a little trickery in order to exit the back garden while still wearing a ribbon. In the meantime, we're going to embrace whoever your favorite soccer, football, call it what you will. I am American. Pele, Maradona. I'm also old. Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know who's popular. Embrace whoever. We are the Goose variant of that soccer player. And we are getting ready to score a goal. We're going to go wild. This is actually a hill right here. It doesn't necessarily look sloped, but it can be a giant pain in the butt. There is actually plank RNG that impacts this run. Those planks, I think they'll be okay. I think that's okay. Not the best plank fall, the way the planks fall, but not the worst either. So I think we're going to be okay. We want to do this in a very specific way. There we go. So that he grabs the soccer ball first, as opposed to grabbing the glasses first. So this will set up our scoring of the soccer goal, but it will also... Oh, catch it. Thank you. It will also set up the first of our 3 items for dressing up the bust from outside of the back garden. We're going to steal a sock as well. For whatever reason, the sock is like a magic clipping tool. It's one of the best items in the game to clip through stuff. And so we're going to use that. And as I said, we have to get dressed up as the pretty goose again so that we can perform for the ladies. Once again, we need to make sure that we hide that properly. And then we also are going to need that rose so that we can put it in the basket. So we're going to try to do all of that at once. And we're going to try to... There we go. Oh, that went surprisingly well. It's actually a really easy clip, but has been a giant struggle bus for me recently. But got it first try. But yeah, Tina can be super trolly there if you don't like set that sock up beforehand or earlier, or get it cleanly there. So you can just go out the front, but that loses 15 seconds versus doing that sexy clip there. Sometimes you can just like fly straight through that bush as if it wasn't even there. I had to finagle that a little bit more, but we got through pretty quickly. I think that was like 3rd try. So that is 4 of the 5 flowers right now. We just need the daisy. And amazingly, we are going to get the daisy when we perform. So we're going to get 2 performances, 2 roses, 2 flowers, no, daisies, 2 daisies, 1 performance, because we're going to do all this fun stuff. I am majestic. I am the goose. Please shower me with praise. Give me your flowers. Thank you. And so then we're also going to use this hat. So fun fact, the flower can actually be used. So I'm just going to drop it there because normally I'm able to get this hat closer, but I'm worried about the cycle here. So I'm actually going to, yeah, I'm going to get him up here and then just okie doke him. Normally if like I was able to get Old Man earlier, I can bring the hat down and then like I don't have to worry about Old Man at all. He's just like, or I don't have to worry about Vinny at all. He's just out of the way and I can grab both items. But had to do a little bit more there. Box is the final boss of Goose Game. You probably didn't know that Goose Game had a boss, but it is this box. And from stuff like that, it just likes to turn over. Oh, don't fall on me now, box. So yeah, so anyway, we have the last 2 items that we're going to need to dress up the bust with items from outside of High Street. A flower works as a mouth item. We also don't need to actually put the flower in. Just have to get close. There we go. Just tap it. And now the most exciting part of the run. If there are any other announcements, now is a great time.
All right, sounds good. So, if anybody out there was wondering, the donations you make during this marathon go toward our prize pool for our tournaments next year at SpeedGaming Live 2021, which will hopefully be an in-person event again. But we've also sweetened the deal for you a little bit. If you donate, you are entered to win some fantastic prizes, including a variety of buttons and curlers. But our grand prize, if you donate a combined total of $20 over the course of the event, is you can win a RetroTink 2X. That's right, the magical device that makes your retro games look sharp on HD TVs. So don't think we're not giving you a nice little possibility for some good stuff there.
Cool. So this is the real final boss right here. Is getting through this gate. This is where the plank RNG came in. Oh, we got in there. All right, that was not too bad. Only lost a few seconds there. It can sometimes go horribly wrong. That's not good. He's gonna throw all this stuff over before the box. So normally we want him to throw the box over, and then we can catch an item that he throws over afterwards. However, more RNG and physics got in the way there, and he went and just did that. So we're gonna need to, no, not that, get this hat and give it back to him, actually. There we go. So we need to give him back that hat so that he will throw it over again. That is our backup. Woo! Make sure we catch that. So we have two things left. We need Tina to... Tina, what are you doing, Tina? Why are you going? Where are you going, Tina? I don't know where she's going. I'm going to trust that she's actually going to do what she's supposed to do. And I'm going to just leave. And if Tina does what she's supposed to do, she will dress up the bust. There we go. So we've scored the goal, and I'm just going to leave. I'm going to trust in Tina. Prayers for Tina, please. There we go. Thank you, Tina. Congratulations, the reward is waiting for us at home. That is the magic words that we wanted to see. That means we have completed all of the items. We've crossed out everything on our to-do list. So, as I mentioned, there is a little something at the end, aka there is a reward. You guys have been awesome. This run has been terrible. We all need a little reward here at the end. Now, what will that reward be, you ask? Patience, and you will find out, all right? But there are even strats for the little something at the end. Not great. All right. You have any guesses? Say what your guess is. Got like 3 seconds more to guess. Hey, it's a crown. We are going to be crowned King of all geese. Assuming that our setup worked and that we lured Willy out here, time is going to be called when the crown is placed on our head, which we want to get a little bit away, and time. So there we go. That is Goose Game 100%. I've been Tasselfoot. I'm sorry this run was terrible. I hope it was still entertaining. If you want to see more random stuff that I do, be it speedrunning or playing indie games, toss me a follow on twitch.tv/Tasselfoot, and stay tuned. Throw some money at SpeedGaming. They're amazing people, and I will see you guys for whatever the next thing is. That's all I've got. Honk.
Honk.